Okay, yeah, so looks like we're live. Sorry about not having my camera on today. It's just I have a small issue with it at the moment, so yeah, I had to make a choice, either just stream with no camera or not stream, and I'd rather actually stream today and continue working on building the component, because we made some progress the last time. Nothing too substantial, but we sort of have been testing the highlighting and like to see if we're going to be able to make it work or not. And yeah, we got something that sort of works, just roughly. So now if we type hello from 100 days of code, please check my live streams on twitch.tv. And yeah, as you can see, basically we have some text highlighting going on here. It's not perfect, of course, at the moment, and as I said, like, all of the code that like we're doing for this is going to be scrapped anyway, because it's not done in any clean way. If we go here and you look, basically, so it's done inside this event handler, and everything basically is just done in a bit of a rough way. So I'd rather actually yeah, work on that in a slightly better way. So we're going to be actually removing a lot of it today, and probably even all of it, I think. I might leave it for now and test something with it first, because one of the things that we have at the moment is, if let's say that we are in the if we go here, basically, if we move the text cursor to like a word that's in the middle and we add this, as you can see, the cursor jumps to the end of the text. It correctly highlights this, but if we wanted to add something in here, then it will just jump. Like, again, if I type something here, as you can see, like literally, if I wanted to make this word into live streams, then I'll just have to keep coming back to it. As you can see here, live streams. I've noticed something now. I just need to make sure that this is the correct behavior. I think it is, but I just want to make sure. Nope, it is not. So we found a mistake in our pattern. So yeah, we need to handle that. So let me actually try and fix that first. Okay, not this. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Let's go here and go to patterns, and let's look at the URL pattern. Okay. Yeah, I see. I see why it is not working. I think if we add this in here and we do that, nope. Okay, sorry, that's my mistake. I forgot to do something important, which is this yarn start, because our component is not actually building at the moment. So I think it is now. Yep, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, that takes care of it. And just thinking if that is the best way to do it with this. I think that should be alright. Yeah, we'll stick with it for now. I think it should be fine. It seems to be working, not causing any issues. Let me just make sure that this is the correct behavior. Yes, it is. If we add this, it gets picked up. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be working well. We'll stick with it for now. And we'll come back to it if we find any issues with it at some point in the future. Okay, there are a couple of, let's say, low-hanging fruits that we can sort of finalize today easily and quickly. And I think it might be a good idea to actually do these now. Let me actually also increase the text size a bit. Yeah, that should be fine. So you can actually see what I'm doing here. So the things that I think is are worth doing at the moment, because they shouldn't take too long. Are the that when we start typing, we want our text to actually go into a paragraph element. rather than just be a text node. And the other thing is the when we press the enter key. So I'll actually take back what I said and delete these for now. And let's see. So we are going to do some of these in using the before input event rather than the input event, because with the input event what ends up happening is the text is already added, and I'd rather do some of this before the text is actually added. So let me go here and let's see. Okay, this is basically the prototype component that I have built when I was actually trying to figure out what to do, how to build this TweetTextarea thing. So can we open that? Yeah. So this is the... Is that really all of it? Okay. Yeah, I doubt I'll be using this exactly. Okay, yeah, no, this is not, yeah, I doubt I'll be using that, to be honest. As I said, like, some of it was a bit over-engineered, and I already, since I finished working on this prototype, I actually came up with a different idea as to how I might want to handle doing this, handle building the entire component, to be honest. So I don't think I'll be using that. It will probably be just building on its own. So as I said, like, the whole idea is basically what we want to do is we now have this editor. What happens now is if I type this, as you can see, it gets added into a text node. If I press enter, it gets moved to a div, and for me this is a bit inconsistent because when I'm using it, like, I won't be 100% sure if it's inside the div or if it's not, and I'd rather keep things consistent, so I would always know that any text node would always be contained within an element and in this case I want it to be a paragraph element, not a div element. So that's why I want to do it. So the simplest thing here would be is to let me see what was happening here. So I think the beyond node is not gonna count towards the child nodes. So let's actually check this. We'll do before input equal before input handler, and then we do this before input handler equal event react form event html div element, and then we would do this. First of all, let's see what happens. Okay, we actually need we're gonna have to grab use ref, and we're going to do const editor ref equal use ref, which can be either HTML div element or null. I'm assuming it would be this. So yeah, it's not just complaining because it's not being used. If I do this, can I editor ref? Okay, seems to be working fine. Okay, and here is what I am going to do. Of course, we could have picked it using the ID, but yeah, I'd rather do this to make sure that it happens when the component is mounted. So here's what we're going to do. If editor ref console.log editor.ref.current.child nodes .let. So let's see. Everything's building, no issues. We're getting some warning, of course, because some values are like we've defined some things, but we're not using it. But that's fine. Let's see. So if we go here, unquote error should have a queue. Is okay, I think we need just to refresh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, should be fine. So what I want to do is this. Event dot, yeah, okay. So if editor ref dot current dot child nodes dot length equals 0, and so basically we're checking that if the editor is empty, it doesn't have any nodes, which means it doesn't have like any text, and that we are not pressing enter, the enter key. If event.native event.type, I think, was it type or where is it? Event.input type. Okay, so actually I will need to check something before I actually can do this. Console.log event, I want to actually find out where's what I am looking for. So here we go. So it's a before ember. Okay. Type is before input. Okay, so what happens if I do this? Okay. And how about this? Okay. So couple of things here. So we'll delete that, restore that, and here's what we're going to do. I will const rejected keys equal enter assuming it would be backspace and delete and event const key equal event dot native event dot okay, so here's what we're going to do. Event dot native event, just retype it, event dot native event dot type equal key press, then it will be event dot native event dot, is it not? Let me just Is it not? So this key press. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Const key equal event dot native event dot key. Yeah, I know it might not. How it exists on. This doesn't make any sense. Like, it's literally here. Am I missing something? Okay. Back to it. Oh. Console.log event.native event. Let's see what is happening here, because something is not wrong. It is not right. Key, that's fine. So it does exist. This doesn't make any sense. So if event.native event.key it's still complaining about it, and I don't understand why. So I need to narrow the type of this. Usually something like that should work, but it doesn't seem to be working in this case, so I'll just need to check the handbook. Okay, maybe we can use the N operator. Maybe we can use that. So if key in event.native event native event.key, and it's still complaining. That doesn't make any sense. How can I narrow it and get let me see if we have something else. Const keyboard event. Okay, so maybe we can get something like this. Const native, or maybe const key equal event dot native event as keyboard event dot key. Okay, that seems to have that it might actually work. So we picked it up. We've basically used the type predicates to actually make TypeScript interpret this generic event type as a keyboard event, and then we picked up the key. So if and rejected keys dot includes key, then basically what we want to do is this. We want to const paragraph equal document dot create element p, and then editor ref dot current dot append. Okay, so this is the function that will add the, or this is the code that will add the paragraph. It basically checks that we're not pressing enter or backspace or delete, because these will be handled differently for any other key. What's going to happen in the case of modifiers, by the way? We'll have to check that, but yeah. And now if we go here, go to the inspector, open that, it's still not going to work because the character is going to be added outside of the paragraph, but that's fine, we'll handle that later. But it's not working, which is weird. Very strange. Okay, let me see what is happening here. Console.log. For now we're using console logging debugging, which is not something that I really like using, but I haven't found a good way to sort of set up the debugger and use it with the use it, since like basically what we're doing is we're building the component in one repository and we're adding it to the app, and like there are a lot of weird things happening. So I haven't figured out how to get the debugger working, and I don't really want to waste time on it now. But yeah, let's see. So okay, we're getting that correctly. So is it not? Is that not true or something? Yeah, seems like this is not true. Okay. So something here is... Okay, let's see which one of these is not working. Sure, why is that happening, to be honest? Okay, so it's the child nodes. Interesting. Maybe let's refresh and see. Oh, okay. So yeah, I think it's just because but yeah, anyway, as you can see, we've added the paragraph as we wanted to do, and but as I said, like the character actually doesn't go in here, doesn't go inside the paragraph. It still goes into this text node. So yeah, we need to change that now, and yeah, we'll have to refresh just because it does something. So how are we going to do this? This is where we're sort of going to start getting into the range object, and we're going to have to in this case, I think what I need to do is const selection equal document get selection, and then const range equal selection dot get range at 0, and then once we've added this node, we're going to do this set start. Okay, if range, just because it wants to be sure, then range dot set start paragraph and 0, and then range dot collapse equal true. Not equal, just change to collapse true basically. So to simplify again, the range and selection objects are a bit more complicated than what I'll say for now about them. There are still some things that are even hard for me to sort of wrap my head around them, but at least for what we need, this understanding would be enough. So the idea is the range is basically a selection of an HTML document. In this case, because we're working inside the content editable div, we're using it basically as a selection of the text inside, with any elements like the highlight elements that we're going to add. So basically what we are doing here is we are getting that range, that selection, and we're telling, after we add the paragraph node to the editor, we're telling it to add the text cursor at the beginning of that paragraph. And because this is the before input event handler, what will end up happening, because we're not calling prevent default anywhere here, it will get passed to the input handler and it will actually add the character inside that inside the new paragraph. So let's just do something quickly here. If selection, seeing that it might we'll do this, and if range, then we're going to copy that, and I think we don't need this, I'm assuming should be fine. Yeah. And the range dot collapse, basically, because with the range, since you can select, like you can literally do something like this with it, like where you select parts of the text, what the collapse function does is that it collapse, like it literally removes the selection and just basically puts the text cursor like at some, like so like this, basically. If I have this and I type some text here and then I select it, what the collapse function does is that it basically removes, like deselect it and just puts the cursor somewhere. By default it puts the cursor at the end of the selection. Since we're setting the start and we want it to be at the start of the paragraph we just added, we're using the true, which tells it to actually put the cursor at the start of the selection rather than the end. In this case it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because technically we're not selecting anything, but yeah, it's just it's better to, like, I find it easier to just be clear about what I'm trying to do. So let's try it now. As we can see, the editor is empty. If we now press character key, it added it, and okay, So yeah, it just has some padding and margins and things like that on it, so we'll have to remove that with a style sheet. Actually has a margin, not padding, but yeah, that's fine. We are going to remove that quickly. We need to refresh, because basically when we remove that, it adds the dev usually adds like a line break character, which ends up causing issues. We'll handle that later. Might actually handle it. I might actually handle it the next after this one. What did I want to do? Yeah, I wanted to add some styling. Let's see. Okay, I'll add static. Let me have a think about this. Yeah, okay, should be fine. Editor. Do I want to do it? Styles. .css and editor paragraph, and then we're going to make the margin 0 and the padding 0, and we are going to come in here and then import static, yes, and are we not able to styles.css? Should be able to, right? I know I want to do. I want to come here and waiting for changes. Okay, we need. Oh, interesting. We need a plugin to import files that are not JavaScript. Okay, that's alright. Not a problem. Let's look. Google React TypeScript. You need a plugin to import CSS. Interesting. Okay, might be npm. That might be a solution here. Okay. Switch to this one, and we need to add this. Let's see, tsconfig. Do we have plugins in? Okay. Let me see, because I think it might be rollup TypeScript import CSS. So the compiler options. Am I missing something? It's here. Okay, compiler options. In the plugins. Yeah, here we go. Did I really do that? Oh man. History, let's do previous session. That didn't work. Strange. Okay. Looks like I'll have to open everything again and npm js TypeScript CSS modules. Yeah, this is the one. TypeScript login. So we'll add this name TypeScript. Okay, why is it complaining? Oh, not here. What? Why is it not working? Oh, okay. Yeah, just acting crazy. Then we'll do yarn add that one, and then add this one. Okay, so we have this, and we need to go here and do that. Roll up, yeah, TypeScript import. Let's see. Okay, let's try that. Roll up, and so it just goes here. Preserve. Oh, so it's now in the output. Preserve modules true, and that work? Nope. So do I have to call it module? Editor, styles, module.css, import, not this, static, damn it. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Nope. Okay, so maybe I need to. Okay, let's try import styles from static editor, styles.module.css. Okay, seems to have worked. And if we now do styles dot what did we name it? Styles editor paragraphs, is that what we called it? Editor paragraph. Console log. Yeah, see, something's not correct. Unexpected. So why is it complaining now again? It was working before. Mixing named and default export. So, okay. No, see, it looks like okay, maybe I need to come here, test equal styles editor paragraph, and then console log test. Yeah, see, it goes back to complaining about hold up, cannot find module with corresponding type declarations. Okay, I still have that one. TypeScript React enable importing CSS. Okay, so maybe we need that. Declarations dot d.ts. Let's see. Declarations.t.ts and declare module .css. Does that do anything? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so maybe we can use this plugin. Okay, let's see. Maybe create first bundle. I remember reading something on might be wrong, but I think I've read something on the website about CSS. Maybe let's see. CSS. Okay, here's another. We can scan type dependency. I think that's a bit. Using plugins, yeah. CSS. Problem is this one is going to bundle all of them into just the one CSS. This one Same thing as this one. Okay. To be honest, it's not something that I am going to be too worried about. This one seems to be fun. Okay, let me try this one. Maybe this one can help us. Young ID. And let me check. What was I looking for? Yeah, import. So yeah, I can use that, it seems. So maybe I don't need that now as well. So RM declarations. So that one I need it. And then we need the config. Don't think we need the TSM config anyway. And we're going to come here and delete the module thing. I don't think we need it. And it's already installed, right? Yeah. So we'll come here and import CSS from rollup plugin CSS only. Then, oh damn it, we're going to do this, and output. Come on, bundle.css. Isn't that what it's set to do? Yep. So if I now come in here and do this static editor styles.css. Okay. Okay. Maybe because it's complaining about something in here. Actually, let's make sure that first everything is working with the CSS. Where are we adding it? Yeah, here. Let's see. So initially, well, not initially, even still now, as you can see, you're still having the margins being added. Let's refresh that and let's come here and see if we can paragraph.class name equal editor paragraph, and then we add it. Let's see. Nope, it's not doing anything. So why is that? Why is it not adding anything? Let's see. So it has a class, that's fine, but it's not doing anything. Okay, let's check something. Is it even bundling it? Yeah, packages, tweet. Actually, why am I doing that? Just so it is bundling it, and cat just bundled it. So yeah. So why is it not loading it exactly? This is a bit strange. This is not the one I'm using. This is the one I'm using. Is it not doing anything? Let's see actually what is it doing with it. Is in the dist folder we have the bundle. It's doing exactly that. So as you can see, nothing's changing between the two of them. But what is happening here? Okay, it doesn't seem to be. So why is that exactly? That doesn't make sense. Doesn't seem to be importing it in the generated JavaScript. Is that a case of maybe deleting the destination folder and getting it to just generate it again? Let's see. Import static styles.css. Okay, so it has generated it again, but yeah, it's not doing anything with it. Wow, it's not even bundling it again. That doesn't make sense. How? How is that even possible? Okay, I'm trying to figure out why I can't import the CSS files, and as you can see, now it's not even working. Like, it was working before creating that bundle, but it's not anymore. Okay, maybe that plugin isn't that great. Let's remove it and try another one. Yarn. So there was another one that I wanted to try. Combines these inputs and output to file. This one hasn't been updated since 2019. I'm not sure if it's maintained or not, so I'm not going to use this one. I'll try this one then, not this one. Let's see if that works. This file improved that. Okay. Okay, let's try this one. Maybe this one will work. We'll see. Yarn the rollup plugin import CSS, and then we will come here. Let's import CSS from rollup plugin import CSS, and we will come here and do this.
Rather, it's about tending to the broken parts inside of ourselves.
What am I doing?
Create things as a reflection
Yeah,
of this
sorry.
to
Seems to be getting confused today. Always output, we want that to be true. just in case. And we now have this. Okay, seems to be bundling it. Is it importing it here? Doesn't seem to be importing it as well. That's fine, we'll fix that one next. Okay, let me see if we go here now and paragraph dot class name equal editor. Actually, let's just do something here. Let's copy the name. See. Oh, this is not what I wanted. NP. Just to make sure we gain it correctly. And yeah, doesn't seem to be doing anything. Does it expect it? Yeah, I think I know what is happening. I think it expects it to be yeah, this is not going to work. We'll do this. Yep, as you can see, it has the class, but it's not doing anything, and I think I know why. This is, I think, because it's expecting that it will be sort of imported somehow into the an index.html file, or like an HTML file basically. I need to add the typings or something like again, they keep going back to this. Okay, I'll try this, though I doubt it will work, but it's worth a try. It is worth a try. Okay, let me see. Okay, so first of all, let's typings.d.ts declare module anything that starts with CSS, and we will do const classes, which is of type object, key string, sorry, not this, and yeah, string, and export default classes. Not 100% sure if that is going to do anything or not. Worth a try. Yeah. Doesn't look like it did anything. So why is that not? Yeah, I'm a bit confused now about this, not 100% sure. How can I get this to work? Because although I now have included this file, it doesn't seem to be included in here. So it's importing this. Yeah, it's doing the import here. Rather than here. Okay. How can I get not this? Yeah, I don't see anything here. Okay. This is getting a bit confusing. Is there anything here about declarations? Nope. Yeah, it's not gonna have anything here. What are the options for this one? Oh, okay, this is just the okay. TypeScript TSC copy custom TS2 bundles. Okay. This is really strange. So let me try one thing here quickly, just for the sake of it. Can I do something like this? Bundle, let's see, this. I have a bad feeling about this. Um, when did that happen? Yeah, that happened 10 minutes ago, which means if we go here, New York packages, tweet one, this index.js. And let's stop this and maybe try it. I'm just playing around really now, trying to figure out something here. Yeah, start. Okay, not seeing any error, but I'm not seeing anything happening as well. Okay. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, because I don't really want to waste time on this. I'll remove this, and remove this, and go to tsconfig, and remove these two, and come here and do what? Okay, yeah, still have this. So what I'll do is yarn remove package.json. So then yarn remove this. And for now I'll just do the styling on my own here. I will add a to-do, figure out how to import CSS, then paragraph.style.margin equals 0, and then not this, paragraph.style.padding equal 0. Why are you complaining? Okay, sorry. Needs to be string, and same with this one. And let's make sure that everything is back to normal. What? No, it's not even. That doesn't make any sense. Why? Okay, it bundled it into the file. Okay, that's fine. Not a major issue really. let me come on here, RF test, and let's close that, we don't need anymore, and we'll go to patterns.ts and const pattern first of all, let's do something here, init pattern rather than get, and const I also want to source typing.ts, use this for now. Const, what am I going to name this thing? I'll just call it patterns. This one here. Next, export equals in pattern and pattern from string, and then export default. Patterns, and if I come here then and patterns, so we'll come here and do this pattern dot init pattern and pattern from string. Okay, so that is the only one. Plugin. What? What the hell is this talking about? Something doesn't make any sense. Go back to this, remove it. and then yard start. Okay, and then yard start here as well. And then now, okay, here we go. It's not of course using. Let me just check one thing. Test.dev. Oops. Something is not working. Yeah, it's not gonna work, of course. Sorry. I'm an idiot. We've removed all of that. Yeah, I just thought we still have the input handling code that we had, but yeah, we don't. So yeah, my bad. Okay, so let's now check this. So as you can see, if we type, we have that added in here. And yeah, looks like it works as we expect it to. What I will do is I am going to start basically putting these away into sort of small functions that we can use, just so I can, like, what I want to do is I want to keep the input, the event handlers mainly clean. They will call basically to just other functions that we will basically use to actually perform the actions that we want the event handlers to perform, rather than basically leave the code in here. So let's just think. Okay, so this function will need a couple of things. It will need the event, and it will need the editor itself. Okay, let me think about the file that I'm going. What am I going to call this? Yeah, naming files and variables is one of the most annoying things for me when I'm programming. for now I'll just call it handlers. Can't think of a decent name, so yeah, we'll just keep it like that. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to insert paragraph on empty editor, and then we are going to paste the code that we have here. Actually, yeah, here's what we're going to do. We're not gonna actually, no, we will, sorry, I'm crazy. So event is going to be keyboard event, and node is going to be HTML dev element, or editor actually. So the way we're going to do this is we won't need this. We just need to use this here, and we are not going to use that, and we are going to use this. And the way we're doing this here, export const handlers equal insert paragraph on empty editor, and then export default handlers. So here's what we're going to do. I'll just add here that it returns void because it doesn't return anything at the moment, and we'll come back here, go to the top and do import handlers from handlers, and then we come here, and in this one, if editor ref dot current dot child nodes dot length equal 0, then we are going to call handlers dot insert paragraph, and then we're going to pass event dot native event as keyboard event, and we will editor so now we should get the same behavior. Just need to refresh just in case, and yep, here we go. As you can see, you get that in here, and it's adding basically the characters to the paragraph. And if we, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's also handle the backspace. You know what? Actually, I think it might make more sense to do the following. We are not going to actually take the event as a parameter. We will leave that to the event listener itself, which means we are going to get this in here. Sorry about that. And then go down to this. This way, this function like just is basically called if we match the parameters. So we're not going to pass that in here. If editor.current, then call rejected keys equal enter backspace delete. If and let's actually const key event dot native event as keyboard event dot key, if not rejected keys dot includes key, then this is when we call. Again, let's just test it quickly to make sure that it's working. Yep, that's fine. And since we're probably going to use that anyway, let's put it in here so we have it and we don't need to actually call it multiple times. I'm not sure if, yeah, I think I'll definitely need to do other things. Okay, let's do the backspace. Basically what I need to do is, as you can see here, when I have text in the editor and I basically delete it with backspace, what ends up happening, let's actually show you. So as you can see now, the editor is just empty. It doesn't have any children or anything. When I start typing, it adds a paragraph with the text that I type. However, if I select that text and I remove it, as you can see, the div is not cleaned. from the children, like from it. It removes the paragraph as it should, but it leaves a line break. And now if we actually type, as you can see, because there is a node inside as a children, and we only add the paragraph if the number of the child nodes is equal to 0. So what I need to do is basically, if I click the backspace or the delete character, basically removing the text from the only paragraph that existed, then it will remove, basically will empty the editor completely from any of any child nodes inside. So the way we're going to do this will have to be handled in the input event listener rather than the before input. And let me do this as input listener rather than handler, and then before input listener. So yeah, the way we're going to do this is here again, if editor ref, do the same thing, const key equal event dot native event as keyboard event dot key, and if editor ref dot current dot child nodes dot length equal 1. So basically we are at the last paragraph. Then const deletion keys equal backspace or delete if if deletion keys dot includes key, and since we only need this to apply if the editor is empty, then here's what we're going to do: dot text content dot length equals 0. Then here's what we need to do: while editor dot ref dot current dot first child, editor dot current dot editor dot current dot remove child, editor ref dot current dot first child. Might be a good idea to just grab the editor here as well, const editor equal editor ref dot current, and then we editor, same here, sorry, dot content. Oh, okay. Yep, if editor ref and editor ref dot current. Why is it complaining? Object is possibly null, yeah, but with okay, then yeah, that's fine. We will do this. If editor and come on, can't be null now. Okay, yeah, doesn't. It's not worth it. Editor ref dot current. Editor ref dot current. What is your problem now? Okay, let's just delete this because am I missing something here? Editor ref dot current and okay, come on, that doesn't make any sense now. Just give me 1 second. Seem to be missing something here. I am checking for this. Okay, maybe just do this. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay, anyway, this should work. So let's refresh. Okay, now if we type this, we'd still get that correctly. However, the difference now is this. Oh, okay. I thought it would remove it. Ah, okay. Maybe. Okay, let me check. .ref.current .child nodes .length, because I think I am. So it's 1. Okay. So that should be fine. So now console log key. One more time. Undefined. Interesting. How is this undefined? Okay. Console log event. Okay. Ah, really? Okay. So okay. Then technically we don't need this because it's actually if key is not equal to enter and it doesn't actually so in this case, how are we going to do it? It's not gonna be deletion key. Okay, const input type equal event dot native event as input event and then we need to do input type, and we're going to delete this if input type and input type equal delete content backward. So this is basically the backspace key, or it's delete content forward, which is the delete key. Then we'll get rid of that for now. We'll comment out. Probably need it, but not at the moment. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's not clean, so let's do it. Here we go. So as you can see now, it goes back to being empty with no children, and now if we type again, it goes into this. If we do this, then I'm now pressing the delete key. As you can see, gets removed. If I select all and delete, again it gets removed. And if I do that and just backspace one character at a time, again it ends up getting deleted. This way we actually have we always restore the editor to the clean state that we in which we want it to be, so we can actually add the paragraph properly. So again, I am going to split, not like just refactor that into its own function. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be this, just this bit actually, which technically doesn't need to be, but like, yeah, it's simple enough, but yeah, function remove all children empty all yeah, let's just say, because it doesn't necessarily delete all editor children, and again editor is going to be HTML dev element. And we will just copy this part and paste it here, and while editor and 5 delete all. Thank you for the follow, Bodev. Nice to have you here. So, and now we are going to just do this handlers dot delete all editor children, and we're just going to pass the reference basically to the div element. Okay. Let me actually get this into its own if editor.ref.current, because I'm assuming I might need it to later, so it might make sense to just flatten this nested if statements. And yeah, that should work now. So if we go back here and start typing some stuff, again, it's all added inside in here, and if we do this, we're back as we should be. If we delete with the delete key, okay, perfect. So yeah, we now have something that handles basically the deleting text. Let's see now what happens when we type this and then we click enter. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so I thought I will need to handle the enter key on my own, but at least when I'm typing I don't need to do anything about it. I will need to handle it on empty, because at the moment, once it recognizes that like I'm adding my text inside a p element, when I press enter it actually copies that exact p element and creates a new paragraph using it. So the problem now is just that when I press enter on empty, it does that basically. So if I do this, let's see what happens now. If I come here, delete that, and then come in here, okay, yeah, it's basically doing the correct thing. So just once we add that one paragraph element at the beginning, this is it works properly, the enter key works properly. So we only need to handle the case where you know what? I don't think we need anything. We only need to let me actually close these extra files that we don't need. Editor style, close it. TS config, close it. We don't need it. I think we actually might not need to check the key in here, because if this is the case, let's see. Yeah, okay, that's amazing. So that's brilliant. Okay, so that's actually all we needed to do. Just basically handle it. And if we type now and we go here, you'll find that we have two paragraphs. One of them has the text and the other doesn't. And if we do this, we've removed one of the two paragraphs, and if we do this, it's back to empty. And yeah, technically we don't need that anymore because we're not going to be using it. I'll keep this. We're not using it at the moment, but we might need to. But yeah, so that's the idea. Okay, so yeah, I thought I'll end up having to I thought I'll end up having to add the basically, because when I was working on the prototype, I actually handled the enter key myself and had like some, like I'll show it to you. It was a bit of a, I didn't realize that. Like, I'm not sure even why I tried it now, but yeah, something made me actually try what happens if we press. But like, basically I had yeah, this is the one that was handling the enter key. So it was in the before input event, and we would prevent the default of that event and call the insert paragraph function, which actually did a lot of complicated stuff, which checking yeah, I don't like, yeah, it's doing something here. Let me check if what happens if we okay. Okay, so yeah, now we have a small problem because okay, that's fine. So what we need to do here is this. We need to get the selection, const selection equal document dot get selection, const range equal selection dot get range at 0. Then what we're going to do is this. Basically, we will add the the new paragraph if the editor is completely empty, or if it's not empty but everything inside of it is selected. And the way we're going to do that is this, or range and not range dot collapsed and const selected text equal range dot to string if range, and actually we don't need that. And selected text and selected text dot length equal editor dot ref dot current dot text content dot length. In this case, so the idea here is this. Basically, now as we know, we can do this and type something here and add more characters and a lot of paragraphs and do that. And if we select all, what? Okay. Okay, I know what we're going to do. So yeah, because we're not actually deleting the nodes in this case, okay, let's simplify this actually, rather than all of this complicated stuff. If range and select text and selected text dot length equal editor ref dot current dot text content dot length. Then instead of doing all of that, we will just handlers dot delete all editor children and editor dot ref dot current. So okay, so we now have all of that, and if we do this, perfect. So yeah, now it's working in a much simpler fashion than what I've had before. And everything's working as we expect it to, which is brilliant. So again, we're still not using that event for anything. Not sure if we are going to or not, but yeah, I'll keep it for now in case we need it later. Okay, so now we have these two event listeners doing most of the work, most of the basic work that we need them to do. And let's actually do something fun now, just to feel a bit good about ourselves. So GC undo. Comment that out, and then is what we're going to do. We are going to come here and do this yarn test project equal desktop. Okay, maybe we need to do this. Nope. Maybe we need to use it as regular expression. Come on, how were we running play? Yeah, Microsoft Play, right? Let's see. Documentations. Just need to make sure that I looking just how to write specific projects. I can't remember, we did it before, but like, yeah, I forgot. Maybe let's actually yarn test help. project and run tests. Okay, command line, browser, maybe in the project. Okay, let's just search for it. Custom project parameter. How can I run all the desktop projects? I can't remember what how I did it before. To somewhere here. I doubt that it is this thing. Nope. API solutions authentication. It should be something on a single test file. Okay, maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I think we couldn't find a way to actually. Okay, that's alright. Let's just do it manually. We will come here, and because I can't remember what our, like, it was the desktop Chrome, Firefox, Edge, WebKit. Okay, so yarn test project equal desktop Chrome desktop Firefox. Yeah, let's run it in Firefox and Chrome for now. Actually, you know what? Okay, I'll just cancel it for now. Come on. Oh, now it's freaking out. That one here. Okay, that's right, no problem. Start, and then we'll go back to this yarn test and just run it in. Actually, also let's just run only the relevant tests. I think it was this one. Nope. Paragraphs. Those are types of paragraph element. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Yarn test project equal desktop Chrome source test index paragraphs. Now we should be failing these three tests. However, if we go back here and undo, and save all of these. I'm assuming we now should be passing all three of them. Oh, we're not. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, yep, I remember this. Yeah. Let me run it in Firefox, just because we are testing in Firefox now. At least some of them should pass. No? That doesn't make any sense. Why? Ah, okay. Yeah, I know why. Because we've added this okay, we need to add these actually. That is going to be annoying. Okay. The easier thing would be to go here and just remove these for now and run the same tests again. Okay, we're passing one at least. It's okay. We'll add a line break here, that's fine. This one, so why is that one failing? Press enter. Okay. Console.log await editor. Actually, this might not work. Const test equal await editor .html. Then once done, console.log. Thanks for the follow, bro Nagdi. I know who you are, but yeah, let's keep it between us. I will print that, and let's go back here just quickly, and where was it? Yeah, here we need to add a BR. Is the stream still going? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Okay, great. Yeah, because it was showing that it was offline, but yeah, I think it's just the OBS glitching. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, let's keep going. So we can do yarn test, and is this one going to pass now? Yeah, no, it's not. I think I know why, but yeah, that's fine. Isn't that what I did? Oh, I just haven't saved it, so that's why. So this one. So this one is fine, it's passing correctly. It's just this one that is not. That is strange. So we press enter, and it gives us this, which is correct. But why does it not? Strange. Let me actually test it in the where did it go? Yeah, here we go. So if I am here, I press enter, I get this. If I go back, okay. So, which it shouldn't do. Okay, yeah, I know why. That's fine. So the reason why this is failing is we're checking that the range, basically the length of the selected text is actually equivalent to the length of the text in the editor. However, the problem is, because we're not actually selecting anything since the text is empty, what ends up happening is when we press backspace, it comes here and it checks the length of the text that's selected, which is 0, and since the editor is empty, it also this matches, so all of these match, and then it deletes everything. So the solution here is to and not range dot collapsed. So the idea basically is we're telling it like to only match if we have text like that selected. If not, then it shouldn't match. So now if we do this and go back, it still does it. So what? Okay, maybe it's doing it because of that as well. Let me disable this for a second and refresh, add that, and if we go here, should have 2 paragraphs. Yeah, okay, so it's still doing it. So it wasn't only this, it's something here as well. Okay. The easiest thing that comes to mind is making sure that the remaining node inside the editor is not a paragraph node. So if I can do console.log editor ref.current.firstChild, and before we actually delete, so it should give me, okay, so if we, I don't think, as far as I remember, the HTML nodes do not have like a type or anything. There is a node type actually, but it's just a number, and I'll show you where it is. Here, it's basically node type 1. It just gives you a number, which if you go with docs node type, it's not the most useful thing, because 1 matches any element node, so it's p node or like a paragraph or a div or anything. Text node is 3, which is a bit useful. We use that. Okay, let me actually see something else. I just need to check something quickly. Const node equal document. Damn it. Const node equal document dot create element. I think it will be const log node. Let's clean that and come here. We are node type. Where's node type? Yeah, it's 1 also, so it's probably easier to just check the tag name. So here's what we're going to do. If editor.ref.current.firstChild.tag, okay, const child equal editor.ref.current.firstChild. If child.tag name, or maybe if tag name in child and child come on, this is not working properly. Oh, sorry, I deleted more than I needed to. What if we do something like this? If object.keys child includes tag name child.tag name, and it's still not doing anything. If child appears as node dot tag element element tag name does not equal p, then this is where we actually perform this. I believe this should work. Hopefully. I hope I'm not missing anything. Yep, brilliant. So now when we actually delete it, it works as expected, and I think we now should pass 2 of the tests at least. Actually, we're passing all of them. If we change to Chrome, I think we'll pass 2 of them, but 1 will fail, and I know why is that one. Oh, interesting. This one is fine. I know why this one is not working. But this one doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, so yeah, I see what's happening. So the way Chrome works is a bit different, really. Which means we're going to have to handle that specifically. I was hoping to avoid having to do a lot of browser based handling, but yeah, that's all right. So we have this. If we type now, as you can see, we're getting that it's not actually being added here. How about this? If we do that, as you can see, we have weird stuff happening. Okay. I'm just checking something, trying to... Okay, so let me explain first why when we type here, we start typing here, it doesn't add the text inside the paragraph. The reason is this is something weird about the about how Chrome works, and I'm not sure why it does that. You remember how here we did basically we set the range basically and added the text cursor inside the paragraph. What ends up happening is in Chrome, if we print that console.log range start container, and if we copy that and add it in here, and then just do const selection equal document get selection, and then const range equals selection get range at 0, and then we print that range, you'll see what ends up happening. Let's actually see it first in Firefox. Well, where did it go? So yeah, we have it here. If we go to the console and we add that, as you can see, basically it selects this, and then it's this one, and if you can see this one, it's actually inside the paragraph. However, in here, now I think about it, like this is probably not very useful, but yeah, if we do that, this text mode, actually, come to think of it, maybe all we need to do is let me actually try that, because maybe the reason why is that because we're setting the range inside a paragraph node rather than a text node, so that could be it. We'll do this const text node equal document dot create text node with empty text, and then paragraph, actually before we do that, paragraph dot append child dot text node, and then maybe we add it here. Let's see if this still works in here as we expect it to. If we type this, okay, it works. What about this one? Please work, because that will make my life very easy. I think it did work. Nope, it didn't work. Oh man. This is something that's a bit annoying about okay, now I'll show you what ends up happening. Now we can actually print console.log text node, and if we go back here and undo that, you will now be able to actually see the difference. So if we do this and come in here, delete that and type this, as you can see, these two are the same text node. It's just in here it was before we actually added the text into it, and in here is after the text was added. However, if we go here and do the same and go to the console, remove all of that and press F, you'll find that this one doesn't exist, because for some reason it just did not add the text to it. One solution would be is to check the basically that, like, if this is Chrome, just do something a little bit different, but I need to figure out let me check. You know what? I think that the best thing to do may be this key, which is a string, if key equals enter, then yeah, I'll see what I'll do with the enter key. Just else event prevent default or not. Okay, so we're actually going to need the event. We are going to need the event after all. I wanted to basically keep doing anything with the event inside the event listener. Let me think. Okay, for now I will do it in here just for the time being. I'm not going to do anything with the event in here. And text node text content equal key, and this should be 1. So if we come here, let's come here as well and test it just to make sure that it's working as we expect it to. If we do this, okay, index of size is negative or greater than allowed. Let's go back here. I'm missing something. Sorry, I actually forgot to pass the key, which is useful. Const key equal event dot native event as keyboard event dot key, and then we pass the key. So now if we come back here and do this, as you can see, it gets added to the paragraph correctly. Let's see what happens in the case of Chrome. It doesn't do anything. Does it really delete the node? This is very strange. Logging. Yep, failed to execute also. 1 is larger than the node's length. What? I'm getting the key. Okay. It's undefined. What? How? Don't tell me that it's implemented differently. console.log event, because this synthetic event native. Oh, damn it. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So it's implemented differently between these two. So or event.native event as text event doesn't have text event, so input event dot data. Okay. Yeah, let's just test it for now, and I'll figure out how to make this warning go away, because yeah, it makes sense that it might be null, because in some cases it might end up basically being both of them null. Okay, great. So we have fixed this one. Okay, so now if we run these tests, at least one should pass, I'm assuming. No, not even that. Why? Okay. Come on, man. Yeah, looks like I'll have to split this basically into functions that work for each browser differently. To be honest, I prefer the way sort of Firefox works out of the box in this case. It just works much better. Firefox is not gonna be like, some of them will fail, I think, because we're not handling the enter key properly at the moment. Yeah, so the only one that is passing is the first one, which is like when we start writing this text. Okay. I will need to actually have a think about this. Just to figure out what would be the best way to actually handle this, really, because yeah, I'll need to actually give it a little bit of thought, and to be honest, it's getting a bit late now, and I've been streaming for 3.5 hours, and as usual, it was a long day at work. So yeah, for now, I think I'll stop now. We know that Firefox is working as expected, although now something is not working as it. Oh, okay, yeah, I know why. So I will. Oh, okay, this is something else. This is not what we're looking for. I'll add a to-do here. Yeah, it's the way the browsers are implemented are a bit annoying, and there's a huge difference between each one of them. I was like, when I found out about that when I was working on the prototype for this component, but the problem is, not the problem. I thought that I might have found a way to sort of get away from all of these differences and just make something that works for all of them. But at least in this case, it's not going to work. Hopefully it will work for the actual formatting of the hashtags and the URLs and the user mentions and all of these stuff. I think it will work. I'll have to test it. So yeah, it's always fun, to be honest, doing front-end development and testing on different browsers. But yeah, it is what it is, and we'll have to deal with it. But yeah, we should be able to figure it out. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'll keep trying, and hopefully we'll get there at the end. Figure out how to handle the differences between Firefox and Chrome. I will just do one last thing, which is to actually make sure that we're back working. Yeah, so we're at least back working up in Firefox. Let's do this. Yeah, everything's working as expected, and then we delete. Okay, so now all of these tests should pass in Firefox. Okay, brilliant. So yeah, we'll pick it up hopefully tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure yet, because I might have something to do tomorrow night, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to let you know tomorrow. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you have a good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, depending. I'm not sure if it's morning anywhere in the world at the moment. Might be in the States or something. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed that stream, and will see you. Follow me on Twitter. I'll add that Twitter handle is on the screen, so you should be able to actually follow it, but I'll also add it in here. I'll add my Twitter account. Let me get it quickly for you in case someone wants to follow, because I usually post in there when I'm about to go live. So yeah, if someone wants to follow, you can actually follow me in there to find out. See you in the next stream, and enjoy. Thank you very much.